It would like for that little webcam, it would save the file. Like a 30-second clip was already like 15 gigabytes, 15 gigabytes. Yeah. It was weird because I had it on full resolution HD and it was 60 frames per second. So it was like, all right, let's do it. Like it would just, and that's why my hard drive kept fucking up. And then
it's like 8 terabytes an episode.
Almost, yeah. I think I'm exaggerating the proportions, but still, it was like 30. Like one of our like 15-minute, 20-minute clips would be already almost 20 gigabytes, 25 gigabytes, and I was just like, oh fuck, okay, like these guys, perfect. Yours is recording, right?
Yeah, is yours?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, man.
What's up?
I am pretty hungover today.
I could tell, and I knew before you walked in because 2 in the fucking morning.
Yep.
Hey,
hey man, it's a long night. I don't want to see you in a few hours. Give me some time. Right?
Yeah, it sucked because I was like, yeah, I texted you back 1 o'clock ? Nothing.
And because I didn't want to.
Bro,
that shit. Anything just I'm like, we'll see.
I was like,
I responded, I was like, maybe,
and then I was like, okay, but for sure it wasn't the original scheduled time, so I slept a little bit. I changed my alarm just a little bit, but I had a shit ton to clean up here after being gone for 2 weeks. Like I just literally I showed up after my Arizona trip, dropped everything on the ground, like unloaded the backpack, maybe did that load of laundry, but all my other shit was just left all over the place. And because literally, like I think 2 or 3 days later, we were on our way to Catalina Island for the shoot, and we're just like, all right, I'm not even gonna bother cleaning. I haven't bought groceries, like my fridge.
It's all rotten and shit.
No, I threw that out. I threw anything that was gonna rot out while I was gone for that week in Arizona. I threw all that shit out. All I have is like bacon and eggs in there, and some bologna. Got some bologna and the sauces. Yeah, I got all the sauces. But yeah, dude, I could tell you're not having it this morning.
It was a little raw. No, I'm able to get the job done, right?
Yeah.
I'm fucking here 15 minutes late, but I'm here.
Yeah, you know what? I was like, oh, that's normal. He's fine. He's fine. But then literally he comes, I was like, how you doing? I was like, oh, fuck.
A little bit of a headache. I picked up McDonald's on the way here because I was like, I need something.
I need substance. I need something. I need something to sustain throughout this whole fucking
Coke
day.
For the caffeine. I brought some water because Lord knows I need it. But I'm ready, bro.
You're fucking ready. So with that being said, welcome back to Anything for the Podcast, where anything and everything goes. My name is Memo.
I am Chris.
Dude, and we are back. This is episode 36. Wow. It is late. Like this episode is going to be coming out fucking late. I never released episode 35 because it was just I had so much to fucking do, dude. Holy shit.
You're a busy man.
Holy fuck. I did not expect to be that busy, but holy shit, you guys. Like I in the last episode I said I had a slice of humble pie that weekend working on a set.
Yeah.
Bro, I had 2 servings of whole humble pies in the past 2 weeks, bro.
I'm hungry,
dude. I'm stuffed. I wish I had leftovers I could give you, but bro, that shit was wild. Fuck Arizona. That's all I'm gonna say. I am tired of Arizona. I visited it twice in the year, and the first time was cool. It was chill. This last time, fuck,
because the first time was like a vacation.
Yeah, it was
this
friends.
Time it's work.
Yeah, I traveled for work. No, but here's what fucking happened, guys. So we were going to Arizona. We left for Arizona on a Saturday, and the thing is, my boss hit me up. He's like, "Hey, dude, so how do you plan on getting to the to the meeting spot where we're all gonna drive the vans and shit, blah blah blah." I was like, oh no, I'm thinking Catalina. I'm mixing everything up. I had to go to my boss's place in West Hills / Canoga Park Jr. and I had to pick up the van at 6:30 in the morning, drive it over to Burbank Airport because that's where we were all meeting in front of the McDonald's, and everyone else had a call time of like 8 o'clock, 8:30. So I had to be up earlier 2 hours just so I could bring that van over, and then we parked all the rental vehicles across the street at the VSP parking lot, the shuttle parking. Fuck, dude, it was cool because I'd never driven an Escalade before, and they're fucking nice.
Yeah,
stupid big. Like unnecessarily big. Like Cadillacs are fucking huge, but dude, it was nice. But what was a trip was it was those cars with the with the knob gear shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, oh my god, I'm gonna be the one to fuck up and think it's the radio dial to turn up the volume, and I'm gonna go
middle of the freeway, just go in
reverse in the middle of the desert, like But yeah, we did that, and not gonna lie, we had an Escalade, 2 GMC Yukons, so like big SUVs, and then we had 2 minivans, like the Chrysler minivans. Not gonna lie, though they're soccer mom cars, they're fucking luxurious, dude. Like I felt like I was in an airplane on that shit. Like it was pretty fucking cool. Like the automatic sliding doors. I was like, bro, that should be just standard, like in a lot of cars, bro. Like that shit was cool. But yeah, we all got there, and then I drove by myself, which was sick. I got to listen to my own music and everything all the way to fucking Arizona. But I was in the camera cargo van, so I had all this expense. I had at least like over $100,000 worth of equipment in my fucking car, and I was like, if I fuck up or someone hits me, dude, that's it. Like game over. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life paying back that shit, or whatever, or I'll never work in this industry again. Like they'll be like, oh, it's the guy who fucking broke all the camera gear. But somehow I still ended up first. No, I was second to the hotel, even though I went at like slow at a decent pace, but I only made one stop. Everyone else made like 5 different pit stops. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But I realized they had all 5 people, like 4 or 3 people in every car. So one person has to piss. Doesn't mean everyone has to piss. And then like 20 minutes later, I got to pee too. And then they got to pull over wherever the nearest rest stop is, blah, blah, blah. But we get there, we unload. It's hot as balls. It's fucking hot as balls. We were in a town called Wickenburg, Arizona. Wickenburg, Arizona is basically like a community of ex-bikers and about to retire bikers, and they're biker chicks. Every older woman out there they had just these like really dumb looking like tribal tattoos and shit, or like they had like the like, basically anything you could see like on a West Coast Choppers shirt or anything like that, like, your typical biker dude shit. But everyone was tatted up, like everyone, and like fuck, it was like weird. But what made the town so much worse was they can't let go. And what I mean by they can't let go, the election never happened to them. Oh. Apparently the election never happened. They are all rocking Trump, Pence, fucking banners and logos everywhere.
Right. Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. But in one spot, it was a Mexican restaurant. We went for our for lunch, or technically dinner, and literally that's the first thing you see: Trump, Pence, and owner white. Everyone there white. Not a single person of color. Me and the other 2 PAs were walking around to get to that spot, and we looked like a circus attraction to these people. Like people were just like, oh, "What the fuck? Yeah. Who brought the browns? Like who brought the colors?" We're just like, chill, guys. We're just passing through, But at one point we had to film in a ghost town by Wickenburg called Vulture City, and these guys got in this big ass truck and put a flag on it, and they flew it around the set saying "fuck Biden," literally in big ass red letters, "fuck Biden." And I was like, "Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is probably where we all die. This is probably where we're all gonna die. We're gonna meet our makers." But yeah, dude, it was hot. It was like 90 degrees over almost 100 degrees. It could have been hotter. That's what the locals were saying. It could be hotter. We're like, fuck you. It's fucking hot. It's already pretty fucking hot, like, yeah, we were there for 3 days, and then we went to Sedona. Which I thought was going to be cool. Bro, we roll up, and they're like, okay, the directions to the spiritual resort you're going to. We're like, okay, a spiritual resort? All right, I wonder what this is going to look like. It leads us to this, what is it? It's a church and a cemetery. And I was like, this isn't a spiritual resort. It's a spiritual building and a cemetery, plenty of spirits roaming around there. Where's the resort? They're like, oh, there's a dirt trail that you have to take next to the fucking cemetery and drive 30 minutes into the middle of the fucking desert, and that's where the Shangri-La Oasis fucking resort was gonna be.
That sounds pretty cool though.
No, it was called Mago Sedona Retreat. It's a spiritual retreat. They do Mago like Sedona? Yeah, Mago I think it was Sedona Mago, one of those, but it's pretty cool, but it's a spiritual retreat. So they don't have like accommodations like TVs or, you know, the Wi-Fi sucked. There was no signal out there, and you had like an open window, like your door. You could close your blinds, but the window on the door didn't have anything to cover it. Like you would have to tape it up. So no matter how early it was, like,
this looks cool, bro.
It's pretty nice. It would have been cool.
It's very cultish.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at it right now.
It's very
it's
like
borderline a cult.
It's
man.
very Jim Jones, fucking Jonestown looking. You know what I mean?
A bunch of people wearing white.
Yes.
Like in a group.
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
Doing this. I don't trust it,
bro.
I don't trust it.
We almost mowed. Me and our production coordinator almost mowed down a whole just like fucking herd of old people, fucking old geezers, just like there listening to the spiritual guide, but they were blocking the exit, and we're like, can we go? Like, we need to go. It was our last day, literally the last morning there. Like, can we fucking go? And then they're just like, oh, just looking at us. We're like, so we just start inching towards them. So they have to move, or else we're going to fucking crush their old feet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they finally move away. Just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, oh, and then on the way to the resort, there's cattle crossings. So, like, there were just random cows in the middle of the fucking desert just running across the track. Like, a calf ran out in front of the tour bus that was going for one of the talent, and they had to almost hit the fucking calf. We're just like, how are we like, the cows are on the side. There was no gate. Yeah. So they were just fucking running wherever they wanted. Yeah. I was just like, God damn, dude. We almost had hamburgers that night. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was a lot of work. Now, here's where it got fucked up. Okay. Sedona got me like completely fucked up because I was the only PA that had to stay at that resort. The others got to stay in the Marriott in the city, and it was like nice. Like it was way nicer.
Why were you?
I don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea what the thought process was, but like it was just at random who got to stay and who got to go. And I wasn't even the key PA. I thought the key PA would stay there, and like because she had to handle all like the food orders and making sure the snack area was like ready to go. Blah da 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 da. It ended up falling on me at one point. I was like, "What the fuck is this? I don't get paid to do that." Like, I didn't mind helping, but here's where it got real fucked up, real bad. This is when a mutiny almost happened. So if anyone doesn't know what a mutiny is, it's basically like when your crew turns on you and takes over, like a coup. Yeah. So this almost happened, or we almost had like a strike, a walkout of the crew. So we're in the middle of the desert, right? No one knew where we were going until the day of, where like the day of travel to that part of Arizona. So no one knew we weren't in the city. We didn't know we were going to be half an hour away. And I'm not trying to talk bad about the production, because it's not the production side's fault. It was the producers. They did not handle their shit that well, and they didn't book things properly, but that's in the past. Like I'm not holding it against them. Right. So this is what happened. We get there, and it's the first night. The next day is supposed to be a day off. Like everyone, it was a black day. No one had a blackout day. Like no one had any work to do, except any of the higher ups that had to plan for the next day. They had like a half day. Not Memo. And here's where it leads to that. So I'm dropping off the camera people. Like the PAs have to drive them to the rooms, because the rooms are on the opposite side of the production office in the fucking thing. So we're going from opposite ends of the fucking compound. And the director of photography was like, "So I get to keep this car, right? So because we're going into the town tomorrow." I was like, "No, the production manager says we have to bring the cars back to the parking lot, and then tomorrow they will assign the cars or whatever." He's like, "That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit." And then he's like, "Give me your walkie. I want to talk to them." I was like, "All right, dude, here you go. I want to see how this rolls out," because I was curious about it. And they hadn't told me that I was going to be working either. So they're like, oh, yeah, hey, so I can't have a car? Am I going to have a car tomorrow? I was like, look, we're still working on the car thing, but there is going to be a way that you'll be able to go into town and enjoy your day off, blah, 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 blah. And then the guy was like, take me back there. Take me back to the production office. I want to talk. I was like, okay. And then he saw how I looked at him like you're not going to get anywhere. And then he's like, never mind. I'll deal with it in the morning. I was like, yeah, please, please, because I'm tired as shit. Yeah. Like it's fucking late. I'm like,
drag me into this bullshit, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I got a lot of inside. For some reason, I was the PA that got a lot of like the inside baseball about what was going on.
That's good. They trust you.
No, I just happened to be around.
I think they trust.
Yeah, I think they trusted me. Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be like, hey, can you give us a minute?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, no, I got a lot of the inside baseball. So I go back to the production office to just to check in. And they're like, all right, guys. No, one of the PAs came up to me and she's like, brace yourself. I was like, for what? You're not getting a day off tomorrow. I was like, what? What makes you say that? Because I heard them say that. And I'm like, why? Because you're the only PA with a room here and it's easier for you to, like do shit they want. I was like, okay. And then so they bring all the PAs together. I'm like, all right, PA Nation. So, yeah, it's going to be, you guys are going to get a day off tomorrow, except for you, Guillermo. I was like, okay, but you'll get Thursday off instead of Wednesday. And I was like, all right. But then in my head, I'm like, everyone else is going to be working. And that means
what the fuck am I going to do?
I'm going to be by myself. Oh, and they couldn't guarantee me a car to go into town and do anything. And I was like, bruh.
Come on.
Bruh, dude.
Man.
I was like, I get paying dues. But this almost seemed just too unfair.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, no. I was like, I'm a team player. It's fine.
Get the short end of the short end of the short end of the stick.
Yeah, dude. I got a splinter of the stick. Yeah. That's what I got. That's what I fucking got. And they were like, I was like, okay, cool. I'll do it. Thank God the next day was a slow day. And like there was nothing really for me to do. I'd had to do a run to Flagstaff. And when I went on my way to Flagstaff, that's when I passed by Munns Park, that fucking shithole of a little town community. Fuck you guys, dude. Fuck Munns Park. That was, oh my God. When I passed by it, I just felt this rage inside of me. I was like, man, maybe I should just go key someone's car over there. But nah. So I went to Flagstaff because that was the closest FedEx to where we were apparently. I was like, okay, cool. So I go to Flagstaff. I drop off whatever we have to drop off. And then I was like, hey, there's this place I always wanted to try. It's called Culver's. And I pitched it when we went to Sedona last time with everyone. But they didn't open till 10 o'clock in the morning, and we were already on our way to Vegas. So I was like, we're going to miss it. But this time I was like, dude, I'm 5 minutes away from it. So I hit up my boss. I was like, hey, can I lunch out here? And then come back. He's like, yeah, go for it, dude. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I went and I lunched out. I got Culver's. Dude, we got to get Culver's. If we're in Arizona again, we got to get Culver's. It's a smash burger, but it's fried. It's basically like they put butter on the griddle and they fry it like with the butter. So you got just like a rich, but still like crispy, like crust to that hamburger. And then their buns are just like they're almost like dinner rolls. Ooh. Dude. And they had fried cheese curds, deep fried cheese curds.
Okay.
Oh, bro. And then their ice cream is custard, frozen custard. So it's like eggy, like much thicker and more, oh my God, just more rich. And their flavor of the day was midnight toffee. So it was just like this this chocolate custard ice cream with bits of dark chocolate in it. Dude, that was the shit. But oh my God, dude, I wanted to fall asleep. Like right after that, I was just dead. And then I was like, I still got like 10 minutes. There was a dispensary literally like half a block away. And I think it's the one that Richard and them went to when we were in Sedona when we visited Flagstaff. So I picked up some weed over there. It wasn't the best. Yeah, it wasn't the best. I was looking for Stizzies, but they didn't fucking have it. They're like, oh no, the shop like 2 blocks away had it. And I was like, yeah, we're barely like in the works of getting it. I was like, God damn it, all right, whatever. Because I just wanted to refill my card. I get a refill cartridge. Yeah, like, hey, make sure Greenhouse in Sedona gets this shit, okay? Because they were nice. They were really cool. I loved them. They were really helpful. Good vibes in there. But anyways, yeah. And then they were like, okay, we have a Target run for you to do because there's some extra stuff they wanted. They needed a toaster, a microwave, all this shit because the PO, the production office didn't have that because they only have a coffee machine. I was like, oh, okay. So here's the thing, though. Originally, it was going to be a Walmart run because the Walmart was in the city next to where we were staying. For some reason, Walmart thought it was like a fraudulent like purchase. So they canceled it. And I was like, it's fucking stupid. Like, okay. And so I don't know why in my PO's head, production coordinator's head, she was like, oh yeah, let's I sent it to Target. There was a Target next to the FedEx I was at, but they picked the Target in another county an hour away from where we were staying. So Flagstaff is an hour away from where I was staying. So it was an hour to get to fucking an hour to get back to where I was, and then an hour from there to get to the Target, and an hour back. And my manager was so pissed. He's like, why the fuck are you still on the road? I was like, because they sent me on this mission. And he's like, why are you on? You're the only PA working. Why do we have you on the road like that? I was like, that's not on me. He's like, fine, I get it. Yeah. What you have to get is important, so we'll let you go. So it was chill. My work day was just driving. And then I got back and they had dinner ready. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. We had this caterer drive up and stay with us for the weekend to make food because it was a couple and the husband is a Michelin star chef.
Ooh.
And they needed that guy for talent whenever they requested whoops. But no one knows. Only a select few know who this is.
The person that Memo had the star of that show. They were a handful.
They were a handful, dude. Because the only reason we got this food truck to come and stay with us was because of them. And they were like, apparently there was a lot of things in their contract that no one explained to production. Like, oh, they need a smoothie every morning. They need rice and beans on deck every day. No one knew that. And apparently they were getting like really pissed off because no one had that ready. But there was no communication to production that, hey, this needs to be here every fucking day on set or like in the office. And it was just, how the fuck are we supposed to know? Besides that, they came and they set things up. You know, they said, and they did burgers, like really fucking like fancy, like nice burgers, like everything was fresh. And in the mornings they did breakfast burritos. Ooh. And for lunch they did burgers too. For dinner one night they did like chicken marsala. They did some like veggie dish.
Hell yeah.
Another night they did what is it? Fucking pasta, carbonara, I think, or some shit like that. It was good. They fed it. They kept us well fucking fed. They had this meatball sandwich, but it's cool because their meatballs reminded me of my mom's albondigas, but fried. Like, so they would be, I guess they were like boiled at first, and then they were fried on the griddle, so that they got that crust, the Maillard crust, and they would put some mozzarella cheese on there, a little bit of parm. And just put that in between ciabatta bread. Bro, damn. That was fucking good. But this shit's getting annoying. But yeah, they were fucking hold on, I'm sorry.
You good.
So yeah, I worked that day, right? And then when I'm eating my dinner, my boss goes, "Hey, can we talk to you for a sec?" And I was like, "Here we go. Here we fucking go. Either I'm gonna get chewed out for taking too long, or they're going to tell me some other like really bad news." So like, okay, well, this was your day off, supposed to be your day off. Now we're offering it to you if you'd like. You deserve a break. You worked hard. You've been putting so much effort into everything, and we appreciate it. So you can have Thursday off. And you should take it if you want it. Like, if you need the rest, take it. But we're willing to offer you another day of work so you can get that 7th day pay. And productions don't do that, especially union. We're non-union, so this can fly. And I was like, okay, well, what will help me make my decision is if I take the day off tomorrow, can I have a car? one guy says, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not too sure." And then the other one says, "Yeah, I think we can get you a car. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem." And then when knowing that unsureness of me getting a car, I was like, "Look, guys, I don't want the production to fall behind just because I'm taking a day off." So I did that. I worked that charm in there.
Yeah.
Like, look, I don't want the production to fall behind. I don't want to hold anyone back. Also, it kind of sucks that I'm going to be by myself doing nothing, potentially doing nothing.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of lame. And they're like, yeah, we figured you'd say that. And, we feel really bad. But to be honest with you, in the bigger picture of things, the money does kind of like make up for it because you'll be getting like triple overtime. And I was like, you're right. I was like, I'll do it. And they're like, okay, I was like, it's good. You're doing it for the money. I was like, no, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it just because fuck it. Like, I'm here. What else am I going to do? I'm going to feel bad too. Like I
didn't bring my hiking boots.
Yeah. I consider my PA, the other PAs, my friends. And I'm like, we've been through hell together within like the last 2 weeks. I was like, I'm not going to let them down by not being around if they need me. So I stuck around. I got that 7th-day pay. And I saw that 7th-day paycheck on Thursday. Fuck, dude.
You're buying lunch, my friend.
Dude, hell yeah. That shit was like, I was like, all right, cool. It was worth it. It was worth it. And then also the next day, like the day that I was supposed to have the real day off, it wasn't even that hard work. It was hot. It was a little bit hot, but what's good is when you're a PA, like when you're working on a set and you're a PA, it's hectic setting up and it's hectic taking down. The in-between is where you get the rest and you get to chill, especially if it's a long scene with very simple, like just they don't have you like someone holding extra flags or always handing out water. Like if you just leave a case of water right there or water's on standby, you don't have to run in and blah, blah, blah. It's chill. It's so chill. You could sit in the car with the AC on and just fucking just hang out and rest up. And I was fortunate enough to do that. So that was good. But yeah, that was Arizona. The next couple of days were hot as shit. It was still a little bit easier. We did see some cool shit though. Yeah. Like it's a paranormal / UFO show, and some unexplainable things did happen. I'm not gonna talk about it just yet. If and when this show airs it's gonna be on the Peacock. That's all I can say. It's gonna be on the Peacock. Okay. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty fucking interesting what we saw. And like when we were on walkies, everyone was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, dude, look. And everyone's just like, "Dude, I don't know." So what was great was for all the bullshit we went through, there's great content coming. I can't wait.
We gotta go to Arizona and just do that on our own.
Now that I know.
And go to that was it Smoochy Boochie Burgers?
Smoochy Boochie Culver's?
Culver's, there we go.
Smoochy Boochie Burgers. Yes, dude. Smoochy Boochie. Isn't that from fucking Jay and Silent Bob?
Snoochie Boochies.
Snoochie Boochies. What is it? Movies. That's the name of the place. Movies.
Fuck, dude. I am so hungover.
All right, dude. Let's take a quick break. I'm not looking at the fucking little chingadera right here. It's like it's an actual fucking
stop
camera.
Every 10 minutes to transfer it.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. For real. Like, hold on, guys. We gotta transfer this shit. Ran out of disk space. Hold on.
Fucking Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, baby. Hey, this whole technical side of podcasting is really confusing.
We're back from the break. Oh man, but yeah, Chris, Arizona's terrible. Arizona's the worst. I had, you know what? There were a lot of down. Like for the downs, there were a lot of cool ups. There was a lot of fun ups, and like interestingly enough, we were. Because I didn't know how deep into the paranormal this show was going to go to, but we were in an actual ghost town at one point, and at night, it was fucking creepy as shit. And I guess there was like one of the cabins or like one of the buildings was like one side was the doctor's office, the other side was the brothel. I was like, okay, cool, all right, makes sense. Dr. Feelgood and the way it was set up, because it's also like a mini museum, a ghost town museum. They had the whole bed there with money on it in the brothel. And I was like, okay, All right, this is real. And a prostitution certificate, which they were selling
Beautiful,
at.
bro.
They were selling them at the gift shop
How do
too.
you get one of those? Oh, you at the gift shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How do you get? Yeah, you just got to go to a ghost town gift shop
Say less, bro.
and you could be a legal prostitute in Arizona.
What a country.
What a fucking what a dude. Oh man, how the times have changed. And some guy almost got bit by a baby rattlesnake in the middle of the night.
Ooh,
Yeah,
super dangerous.
Yeah, because at night they
Although-
come out to look for the warmth. Although what?
I would say every hospital in Arizona has to have
Antivenom. Yeah.
on deck.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
for
I mean?
sure. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, granted, it's still extremely dangerous because they don't know when to stop. Like,
yeah,
spitting
they don't
out
have control
venom.
of their venom yet. Yeah. Yeah, they.
But I mean, so regardless, it's
Yeah.
scary.
It got but also we were 30 basically like a 25-30 minute drive away from civilization, and even then I think the nearest hospital was still maybe like 20 minutes away from the city, so it would be a 40-minute ambulance ride, 40 with fucking baby rattlesnake venom going through you. But I'm sure the caretakers around there also have their own anti-venom because it's
they know how to.
they know how to
like deep breaths so your heart's not beating to pump blood throughout your body.
that shit was
faster.
nuts. Yeah. And they shot it. Someone shot it. Yeah, I think one of the owners was there. He had his 6-shooters like pa pa, and then they finished the job I think with like a shovel. And I was like, all right, and that's a normal occurrence here. So yeah.
When I was little, there was a rattlesnake that came into our backyard. Cause have you ever been to my grandparents' house?
Never been to your grandparents' house.
Out in Sun Valley. So, you know, like the Sunland, like mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
Like up, like the board, like in Burbank. You know, they have the hill, like up until Sunland.
Kind of like by Latuna Canyon.
Yeah. Right by the old time driving burger.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
just
yeah,
head up that
off of
street,
Glen
and
Oaks,
it's-
yeah.
So the backyard was there, and then it was a fence, and then the mountain, right? So we would always get deer, some mountain lions every now and again. Or no, coyotes were
Yeah.
the big ones, and then snakes. Sometimes it'd be garden snakes, sometimes it'd be rattlesnakes.
Right.
One time, my grandfather caught a rattlesnake in a bucket.
Oh, shit.
And he used that fire poker where it's like the tongs.
Oh, to move the firewood and like to move the embers and shit. Yeah.
He did that, but he like pinched the head.
Okay.
So it couldn't move.
Uh-huh.
And then he cut the head off, and it was still he like left it there for a few hours in the bucket to like let it die because it could survive without its head for a good long while.
That's fucking crazy. Reptiles are fucking freaky like that, dude.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
He skinned it and he hung it in the garage.
Did he eat it?
No.
No, he didn't eat because I know you can eat rattlesnake. Well, you can eat any snake technically, just devenom it and blah blah blah. But
I don't think he did venom.
he just peeled it, skinned it.
hung up the skin, and
Did he make a belt out of it or something?
No.
A wristband, a nice little wristband for you.
That would have been sick.
That would have been pretty cool. Put
Yeah.
like fucking branded Chris into it and shit. Like, hey, found that in a bucket. Poor snake didn't have a chance.
in a bucket.
Found that in a bucket.
I would take a while to register in my head, bro.
Hungover. It's okay, Chris. You're hungover. Just hydrate.
Yes,
Dude, I drank so much fucking. I hadn't drank so. I think I made up for all the water consumption that I had. Like I didn't have for like a year, because like I think I went through at least like 15 water bottles every day when I was in the desert. I also realized something. I have spent more time in the desert in my entire, like in 1 week, than I have at the beach as a collective in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a beach guy or like a mountains guy?
I'm not any. I never really go out. I never really travel like that. And,
When
but I would rather go to the beach than the mountains.
Okay.
Depending on it also depends on what time of the year it is. Like for sure, like if it's spring, we just got out of like winter, starting to become spring.
70,
That's when it's
78 degrees, 80.
That's a coin flip. That's a coin flip for me, because then I'd be like, oh no, hiking in the mountains wouldn't be too bad, or like going into nature wouldn't be that bad. But then also
or
going to the beach,
a cabin.
yeah, or a cabin, But then going to the beach wouldn't be that bad either. I would enjoy both. So that I think that's when it'd be a coin flip. But
I think
like,
for me, I'm leaning more towards mountains.
oh really?
Yeah.
You're not about that salt life.
To word Anakin Skywalker. I hate sand.
I hate sand. I hate sand.
No, actually, no. The last time I went to the beach was actually really good. We took mushrooms.
Yeah, that I think that would make the beach way more enjoyable.
It was.
Yeah, yeah.
Fun fact. I guess prescription or now medicinal mushrooms is more profitable than medicinal marijuana.
Time for you to pack your
Invest.
bags. What? Pack your bags and move to a
Actually-
different company.
Move to a different country because the only mushroom companies are out in Amsterdam.
Oh.
And now you can't smoke cannabis as a traveler in Amsterdam, like at cafes. It's only if you live there.
Why?
So, I would imagine too many tourists ruin it for everyone.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, guess what, guys? Now it's legal where you guys are.
Yeah.
Stay there.
For real, dude.
And now there's no reason for you to come here except for the other drugs. And then, man, absinthe, dude. Fog. I remember that one time your brother brought absinthe back from Mexico? Like,
I know, yeah, we all.
we all had a
remember.
shot of that shit. It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Tasted like
Like a more disgusting Jaeger.
Dayquil, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like a way more
NyQuil,
disgusting
yeah.
Jaeger. Yeah, and NyQuil. Yeah, I hated that shit. It was
I think I was
disgusting.
in middle school when I had absinthe.
Well, um, I went brain dead for a second. I'm sorry.
I went
It
to a
happened.
Dodger game, bro.
Dude, how was that? How the
Beautiful,
fuck was
bro.
that?
Oh my, it was so good, dude.
Which team were they playing?
The Miami Marlins.
Oh, okay.
And the entire time we
boy.
got there, we were like, wait, like, what the fuck? That's a swordfish as their mascot.
Yeah.
And then my friend's like, isn't Marlin the name of the dad in Finding Nemo? I'm like, oh, wait, so it's supposed to be a clownfish?
Fish? Oh, fuck.
And then, like, halfway through the game, I'm like, for a clownfish, they're not that funny. Like,
Or Marlon Wayans. Oh, fuck.
okay, so we got there like 7:30. The game started at 7.
Right.
But the game really starts at like 7:15 and stuff like that.
Okay.
Dude, you would have no idea there was a Dodger game. There was no signs that, like, when you get off the freeway,
Yeah.
a line.
Yeah, stadium
For-
exit or stadium entrance, blah, blah, blah.
Even during the middle of the game, there's still a fucking line when you
Right.
get off the freeway. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You would have no idea there was a Dodger game going
God
on.
damn.
Yeah.
That's-
straight
that's-
up to where you buy the fucking ticket to the. We didn't see any cars.
What the
And we were like, yo, are we sure the game's here? Like, is the game in Miami?
Like,
did you buy the wrong fucking
Did we
ticket?
just drive up to a COVID testing site?
Honestly, dude. I swear to God, it was just like that.
Isn't that a trip that not that long ago people were getting fucking tested for COVID up there and getting fucking
crazy
vaccinated?
lines every single day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now it's like, dude, it's
Dodgers.
like, Dodgers. Fucking boy. The only blue lives that matter. The Dodgers, dude. Fuck,
Hell
dude. But how fucking expensive was everything there though? Like more like how much
It was
of
like
an increase?
125
For the ticket?
Yeah, we got it off of Game Time, the app.
Okay.
Or Prime Time. No, Game Time.
And you have to buy a pod of tickets, right? You can't just buy a single
you
ticket.
could, but it's cheaper if you get like 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
if you
okay.
just buy one ticket, it might be like $300.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm just
No,
but
okay.
Like,
Oh,
but
like,
like for like the same like area, if
Yeah.
you buy like 4 or 5, it's maybe like 130.
All right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they need to
yeah,
get
yeah.
more tickets.
Yeah,
sold
definitely.
And stuff. So
Not
they
bad.
do it like and we were pretty good seats, but right when we got there, the Dodgers scored 8 runs. In like as soon as we sat down,
Yeah.
they were up at bat. Boom, 8 runs, and we're like fucking perfect timing. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And since it's COVID, like no one sits in front of you. You
Yeah.
can like put your feet up there, and dude, we were all spaced out. It was great. No lines to the bathroom. No
That's the
lines to
best,
get
dude.
beer.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there was like a fucking vaccinated section that you could see like up on top.
Yeah.
But they were packed like sardines, like how it normally was like these 2 years before.
Right,
You know?
right.
And I'm like, dude, like this is way better than that bullshit
Yeah,
up there.
yeah.
Like, and I'm vaccinated. And I'm like, no, I'd rather be out here, dude. Like, what the? That's,
I feel like you would be able to appreciate the stadium more now than you were before. Because before you just want to get to your seat or wherever you had to go
it's
and then
that
get back.
hustle
Yeah,
and
that like
bustle lifestyle.
gotta get back,
Get
gotta
ba-
get back,
ba-
gotta
ba-
get back,
ba- yeah.
gotta dodge traffic, the like walking traffic to get
Yeah.
anywhere. But
Yeah.
now you could take your time. You
Oh,
could-
dude, oh my god.
so now you can actually have like an experience there.
Yeah.
Like even because what we were used to was just that craziness. Yeah, just like chaotic stadium craziness. But now you can actually like walk around.
Yeah, you like everyone's just like so much friendlier because they're just so happy to be out.
Right.
You know where like
Yeah.
like before it was like, hey, like that's a fucking don't talk to that Dodger fan. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Not everyone's just fucking smile like, oh, so glad
Yeah.
to be here. You know, like
That's actually really
it's,
nice.
It's
like
a really like weird feeling, you know?
right, because we were because we grew up with everything else with the
It's-
other way. Yeah.
It's this is like a weird, but it's pretty much the exact opposite of the day Kobe like passed away.
Oh.
You know when like
yeah.
the air just felt like different.
Yeah.
Everyone just knew and just you would see like someone wearing a Kobe jersey and people would be honking
Yeah.
like in the streets
rather
as they drove by.
rather than that like collective sadness, it was, a collective happiness.
Fucking Dodgers world
Yeah.
champs, baby.
Like we're gonna come back this year
Yes.
and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep that fucking
dude,
ring.
Oh my god,
Bro,
I was so
that's
happy.
dude, that's inspiring. That makes
So happy,
I
dude.
can't wait to go to a Dodger game.
We won
this
that
year.
game, of course.
Yeah,
and
Duh.
the dude who was working there had a box of Dodger dogs that were made, but fucking the game's over, so he was just handing them out
What?
at the end of the game.
Oh,
I was like, oh sweet, dude,
dude,
I'll take
snap.
one free Dodger dog. I'm like, yes, bro.
Dude, that is unheard of.
Yes.
Handing out free food at a fucking Dodger game.
Dude, right? Because I mean, well, what else are they gonna fucking throw it away, or just here, dude? Like
From
it's that communal.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Communal, bro. It's
Yeah.
a community.
Los Angelinos being
Hell
Los
yes,
Angelinos
dude.
together.
Just,
That's beautiful, dude. That almost brings a tear to my eye. That makes me really happy
I've
because
never felt that like in. I don't know.
yeah,
I
like
don't
it's
think ever.
a new thing. It's
Yeah.
super new.
Yeah,
No
like
one.
the drunk uncle was like sober this time. You know what?
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And he was happy.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
"Fuck,
actually
bros."
like, bro, like, yeah.
I missed you, dude.
From darkness comes light, dude.
Yeah.
Darkness comes light. That's what. That's a
fucking vibes,
dude.
bro.
That's what's up. Like
Dodger
this,
vibes.
Dodger, yeah, dude. Blue vibes. the Dodger blue vibes, dude. Oh man. Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I hope that everyone can hold on to that or like experience
Yeah.
that and just really keep that alive even when things start to almost normalize to how it used to be. But we might even see this as like the new normal.
Did you see that guy? Totally opposite.
Okay.
Did you see that guy punch the fucking? He was a San Diego Padres fan. He punched some dude and knocked him out.
Yeah, yeah.
One
just
hit,
boom.
dude.
Yeah, he just collapsed, and then all those fools
dude.
jumped.
Yes,
they
dude.
swarmed him, dude.
Baseball's back, baby.
Dude, the world is almost this close to being completely back to normal, guys.
You got that Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson
one
and
hitter,
Johnson.
dude.
Oh my god, he gave that guy a blood clot. Woo, God bless America, dude. God bless
yes,
America.
Hell
Holy shit.
yes.
Oh man, I love it. Oh, I really, dude. I hope this continues. This has to be a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not the violence. We don't need to wake up with violence, but it's a good sign that the world will come back from this.
It's the world's healing.
The world. This is the world healing itself, you guys. This is a true example of the world healing itself. Whew, I'm glad. All right,
Yeah.
break time. So earlier you were talking about because you had drinks with your we were saying, I think you and I were talking about earlier how having drinks with coworkers usually just kind of just the night just ends
a
up dragging
long
on. It
night,
becomes a
man.
long
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
So on Wednesday night was my first night on Catalina Island. I'd never been to Catalina Island before. It's a stupid place. Of course I think it's stupid because I was working. I wasn't like vacationing there, but the local salt life is very interesting. It's very fucking interesting. So we get to Catalina Island, we shoot what we have to shoot, and then we end a little early. We end kind of like at 10 o'clock. Usually we end by midnight or 1 o'clock. We were wrapped at 10. We're like, dope. It's a fucking party, dude. So we were thinking like, okay, what bars can we go to? And there was a bar down the street from the hotel. It was actually a club. called Club Chi, but we were calling it Club Shy. It was Club CHI, and my friend was like, "Yeah, dude, Shy, like like Chi-Town, Chirac, like I was like, oh, sure, let's go with that, whatever." And then so that'll come into play later. we don't go there. We're thinking like, it's a Wednesday night. Our place is really going to be popping on a Wednesday night, and then so we ended up going to the liquor store and we got some claws, and our boss, one of our bosses, she came with us. She's closer to our age, and she fucking bought a bottle of champagne and a bottle of rosé, or like what? No, Stella. I think she bought a bottle of Stella, so she had that, and we had a whole case of White Claw, variety pack number 3. And then our other friend, who was like a last minute add on to the show, he was like, I drink like hard stuff. I don't really drink, but like, I'll drink hard stuff. And then my friend was like, fuck you, we got you. So he got him 2 Buzz Balls and a Limerita, a Budweiser Limerita. Bro, he got fucked up off the Limerita alone because he doesn't really drink. So he downed one whole Buzz Ball after that, bro. He was just like, slow sipping on the last one. He didn't even finish. He was just like, what the fuck is this? I was like, you never had a Buzzball, dude? He's like, never. I was like, well, now you'll never drink them again because they're the worst. They're fucking terrible, dude. That's the shit you got. Like, you're just trying to get drunk the moment you walk into anywhere. But anyway, so we're hanging out by the fire by our hotel. Like, there's a fire pit. It was really cool. It was really chill. And we're all drinking, we're hanging out, getting drunk. And then we're like, hey, it looks like everyone is at this bar called Marlin. Hey, Marlin. Oh,
now that's a callback.
That's a callback. Full fucking circle here. Yeah, Marlin's. And we show up to Marlin's, and my friend fucking Aaron was there because Aaron's working on this show too. Mm-hmm. And one of the producers was there. 2 of the producers were there, and we're all we're hanging out, we're drinking with them. The locals are there, just kind of be like, okay, fucking Hollywood types here, what the fuck? And they're like, the producer looks at me, and one of the producers is like, Guillermo, you're gonna order a drink now. And I was like, fuck it, okay, cool, you're buying, I don't give a fuck. So we started drinking. Dude, I was fucked up. I had at least maybe 8 claws, 9 claws before that. And then I had 2 whiskey diets throughout, after that, from that bar. And then we all just go back to the table where we were sitting at. We're like, fucking hungry, dude. We need to eat. We need to somehow sober up and soak up everything. But everything's closed. It's 1 a.m, right? And we're like, fuck, where are we going to find food? And then her boss, she's like, there's food in the PO, in the production office. And the production office is at one of the hotels. And we're like, bet, let's go. Let's fucking go. So we all just drunk crawl all the way to the fucking hotel. That was maybe 3 blocks over. We go to the reception and they're like, hey, we need to get into that room real quick. And they're like, what? Oh yeah, we're part of the production, and she was, thankfully, she had proof. Yeah, we're part of the production. So we broke into the room, and we stole, and they had leftover sandwiches there, at least 10 boxes of sandwiches. Fucking snagged them all, dude. And we went outside, and we're just carrying boxes of sandwiches. We lose one of our friends. We're like, where the fuck did he go? Turns out he was staying at that hotel, not at the hotel we were at. Oh. So he just went to his room, and he was like, I just went to pee, and then you guys were gone. So I stayed in my room. We're like, whatever, dude. It was the Buzzball guy. It was the Buzzball guy. We're like, all right, cool. You have an excuse, dude. You're gonna have a rough fucking morning. And then we're going back to the spot. They turned off the fire pit. We're like, fuck, okay. But they still had the tables set up out there. So okay, we'll just eat at the tables. We'll just eat these sandwiches in the fucking darkness. And as we're starting to eat this sandwich, this one drunk older white lady kind of walks up and goes, hi. Literally that's how she talks. And we're like, oh, hey, you okay? My friends left me behind.
That's a ghost, bro.
This one we're like, oh fuck, really? Where do you are you local? Yeah, I lived on this island for 20 years. Something.
On this island?
Yeah, Catalina Island.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Catalina Island. This is in Arizona. This is Catalina Island. This is when we were on the island. And we're like, do you want to just sit here and have a sandwich? We had all these leftover sandwiches. That'd be lovely. And she grabs like a box, right? And then she sits on this table, kind of like on the side of our table. So we're all still talking. She's there going ham on this sandwich, dude, just fucking like going at it. And then she grabs another box without asking, eats another sandwich. She had like 3 sandwiches that whole time. And it was like an hour. We didn't mind because we had already eaten our fill, but it was just like, okay. And then an hour in, we look over and we're like, oh shit, you're still here. Oh man, like Shannon's still, her name was Shannon. Shannon is still here. And we're like, she's like, yeah, I don't know if you know what? I'm going to go home. You know what? I think I can go home. And we're like, nope, you hesitated. Can't let you go home. Because she was going to drive her golf cart. You can only drive golf carts on Catalina.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought she was like homeless or something.
No. She lives on that island. She's not homeless. She was just drunk. She was just fucking, she was plastered drunk.
Okay.
And so she goes, so we're there. It's like 3 a.m. We're out there at 3 a.m. And mind you, our call time that next morning was like, I think like 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We're like, this wasn't the best idea, but fuck it. Yeah. So one of our friends that was with us, she was sober. She didn't drink. She doesn't drink. So she was our chaperone, essentially. Poor thing. She didn't know what she was in for. And she asked Shannon to take her to her golf cart and she would drive her back to where she lived because she didn't want her fucking crashing drunk, getting a DUI on a golf cart. Yeah. And so she drives her. Luckily, she only lived maybe like a little bit up the hill, like 2 blocks away. So we're like, all right, cool. So it wasn't that hard of a walk back. But so that night, you know, I threw up 3 times. Threw up 3 times in the bathroom. Luckily, I made it to the bathroom to throw up, so it was cool. It was chill. But yeah, that was the worst fucking hangover I had in a long time. I haven't partied that hard in fucking like months. And for some reason, we're like, hey, you know, it's a good idea to do it tonight. And so the next day, me and the other PAs were just like, fuck, what did we do? What is life? And everyone's like, why did you go out drinking? I'm like, it was fucking. Fuck you, that's why. It's fun. We're young. We could still do it. Like, bruh. So that next night, we finished. We wrapped at 10 again. And we get a text from our fucking, our coordinator. She's like, you guys down to have one last drink on the island before tomorrow? And we're just like, okay, fine. We'll just limit 1 drink. Mm-hmm. Nope. Turned into 5.
That's this podcast.
Turned into 5. My the homie got us shots. We were mixing whiskey and tequila. It was not the best idea, but it was kind of fun. We almost infiltrated an Airbnb after party.
Hey.
But the guy who was hosting it wasn't trying to have the after party. It was his friends trying to make an after party out of it. Yeah. He was only trying to get laid. Like, he was on this chick that he met. He was like, guys, it's a small room. I don't think anyone wants to come. Not really in the mood to party. And then he was like, you know, kind of just like, look at what I have here. Yeah. And it was just like, come on, bro, you can't kill the vibes. You'll still get what you blah, 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 blah. You know, they're trying to like convince him. And then we're back there like, so what's the addy? Like, what's the addy, dude? Because they invited us. We didn't say, hey, can we come? Literally, one of the dudes was like, yo, these guys are cool. Can they come? We barely had met him for like 2 seconds at the line to get tacos. And we're like, okay. He was like, yeah, cool. You know, whatever. But it's a small room. That's when he started making the excuses. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm fucked up, but I know when we're not wanted. Like, I know exactly when we're not wanted. And no, but the other 2 I was with, the coordinator and the PA, they're like, no, let's go. We'll figure it out. And then they send him to go like try to like communicate, like set up like negotiate with them, or like trying to find a way to get the addy. But then this guy, I guess the main guy, like the friend that was like in control right now because he was the most sober, supposedly. He was like, oh, so what are you guys doing on this island? Like, he had all like this sass, and we're just like, what the fuck? And we're like, you know, oh yeah, you know what? I'm a kindergarten teacher. Like, he just threw out that he was a kindergarten teacher, like out of nowhere. And then he was like, I was born and raised on this island. All of us were. We all went to high school together, blah, blah, blah. I was like, didn't ask that. We need the addy. So he was just on this trip already. Like, who the fuck are you? And then he told us that he knew who else was on this island and the reason why we were there. And he was like, yeah, it's a music video. You guys are here for the music video. And we're like, no. there's no music video going on, but we couldn't admit to what we were really filming. But he's like, no, that's how I know you guys aren't fucking real. You guys are just making this shit up. Okay, you're not coming. And he literally does a snap, and they all turn around at the same time as he does and walk away.
That's so cute.
Fucking salt life, dude. Like, when you're born and raised in the salt life, that I guess that's what happens. And so we're just like, fuck this island. We got to get the fuck out of here, like, as soon as possible. We were still up for another like 4 hours, like not 4 hours. We were up till 4. And the worst part was our call time that morning was 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, so I was running Friday I was running on 3 hours of sleep, 4 whiskey diets and 2 shots of tequila. All I got was a cold brew in the morning, and that somehow saved me for the day. As soon as I hit my bed when I got home at like 10 o'clock, knocked the fuck out. So yeah, that's when, but just to close this story real quick, on that last day, we were doing fire watch of the van in front of the hotel. Mm-hmm. And this interesting golf cart rolls up right in front of us. It's a pink golf cart with Hawaii Aloha stickers all over it. And guess who walks out of that fucking golf cart? It was Shannon. And she walked into that liquor store, walks out with another bottle of booze, looks at us and goes, "So what are you guys filming here?" She doesn't remember who we are.
Wow.
She doesn't remember that we saved her that night. So we were just like, okay, let's chill. Let's just go along. And one of the jokes occurring jokes that we had on set was, if someone asks what the production is or like what you're shooting, you tell them it's a mayonnaise commercial. You tell them something uninteresting so that they stop asking questions.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, my turn. Like, this is my turn to say it. And I was like, we're shooting a mayonnaise commercial. And she goes, oh, what brand? I was like, fuck, I didn't think that far ahead. Like, goddamn it. And I was like, she's like, is it Kraft? I was like, or Kraft or, and she's like, or, and I was just there like, what other fucking brands of mayonnaise are there, dude?
Heinz, I think, or Best Foods.
Best Foods. And then she was like, Best Foods? And I was like, that's the one, Best Foods. And she's like, good, because Kraft and anything else is fucking garbage. And I was like, yeah, Shannon, good thing it's not even Miracle Whip, right? She's like, oh, I hate that shit. Oh my God. Well, you guys have fun. And then she tucks her bottle of booze like right next to her on her golf cart and just drives away. And so that confirmed that Shannon wasn't a ghost. Okay. Shannon wasn't a ghost, and she's the local drunk.
Oh yeah.
And that was Salt Life. That was my experience with Salt Life on Catalina Island, dude. If I go back, at least I know what to look out for. Shannon and local kindergarten teachers that snap and control a posse.
Let's go,
let's go, guys. Like, oh my God, it was worse because he was so flamboyant about it too. Like, he was just so extra, and it was like, guy, it's 3 a.m. We're just trying to chill, have fun, and you're just being a total dick. You're just so over. Like, you think you're the king of this fucking island, the king of Catalina Island. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're nothing. Like, dude, come on. Yeah, he was. Island locals, dude.
People want their thing, you know.
Yeah, you know, it made me think, like, you know, are people crazy because of the pandemic, or were they just always this crazy?
Always.
And then you realize they were always this crazy. And yeah, it's a good thing that the world is going to come back to normal, because we get to just ignore that craziness once again.
Absolutely.
And watch Dodger games. That's it, dude. That's right. That's right, man. But yeah, I guess on that note, you guys, yeah, I did a lot of talking today. I had an interesting 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, you did.
I had enough, like I said, I had enough humble pie to feed a nation. So with that being said, you guys, thank you for listening. Tune in again next week.
Absolutely.
And
like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, dude. Take care, be safe, take care of yourselves, get your vaccines if you can, if you're down. But yeah, I'm Memo.
I am Chris.
And this has been Anything for the Podcast, you
Thank
guys.
you guys.
Have a good night, good day, whatever it is.